Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you midday money here on a Friday, January the 9th. Welcome on into the show. Hope everybody had a nice morning, start to the day. Hit that like button at Mr. Sean Higgs on the X. We'll post the plays out here as well for the Twitter world. And there we go. They're on Twitter for you. Enjoy them. I'm not enjoying life there. Are you kidding me, Miami? No flag there for me for Ole Miss at the end. Ay. Ole Miss loser. It happens. 22-16 now in the Bulls here on the midday money. Well, listen, as a Canes guy, I guess I'm a little happy, but now I'm going to be stuck with crystal ball. It is what it is. All right, let's get into it. We'll put the plays in the chat. Actually, I didn't even say the old adage there. The old adage, it's not adage. Like, share, subscribe, notification bell on here. YouTube, Sean Higgs channel, awesome. Twitter at Mr. Sean Higgs, follow. Thank you. iHeartRadio podcast after the fact. If you're interested in me putting you to sleep with my voice, let it run. I could use an extra $8.42. It's been about 6 months since I've forgotten anything from the iHeart family. Let's who's in the comments I saw? Michael B is in the house. Denver pushes, cash in the Jazz at home. There you go, cash Brown, Miami. Brown anytime touchdown. Lost Ole Miss, took the F league, giving them to. You were there at the end. What are you talking about? I mean, that was. I know. I'm all for the refs not getting involved, but you called as many penalties as you did in that game. Call the penalty. Got a lot of break-even days lately. Hey, that's the thing. You're gonna have a 2 and 2s, 2 and 3, 3 and 2, 3 and 2, 2 and 3, 2 and 2, 1 and 3. It's when you start rolling along when those days become 3 and 1 days, 2 and 0 days, as opposed to 1 and 1. Miami was always a play line movement. Miami, the 12 seed, being favored over the 6. SEC lost every bowl game except Ole Miss being another SEC team. Yeah, I agree to that, but also on the standpoint where Ole Miss was, I thought Ole Miss was a pretty good team this year. I mean, maybe their only loss was to Georgia. I thought Georgia's a legit SEC school. Not like they lost to Missouri or some crap. Miami lost twice as a double-digit favorite. Double-digit favorite losing twice. That coach has done some stupid things in the past. Well, you're giving me 3.5. I'm going to take it. I don't feel bad. Again, I don't worry about you move on. It's all right. But so we talk about Gary was like, close games. Yesterday, 3 and 2 here with college basketball. The two losers were a half point and 1.5 points. I go 2 and 2 in college basketball yesterday. I had a 1.5 point loser, a 1.5 point loser, and 1.5 point winner, 1.5 point winner, and a 1.5 point loser. That's something. We'll get on it. Let's go. College basketball now, 63 and 55 plus a $1.80 here in the show. Dogs again. IUPU stinky plus 8.5 here versus Green Bay. Rider plus the 8. Niagara plus 10. I was listening to Adam Trigger and Ravino this morning, and they're talking about how the AA Mac wants to change its name. They hired a branding it because they don't like being the Mac, extended Mac. Let's hear the AA Mac. Come on. You got some. Here's the thing. Please bring in whoever running the Pop-Tart Bowl commercialism, branding, Cheez-Its, Tony the Tiger Bowl. Bring in somebody who's got a little bit of a flair for your name. Can you do that? All right, that's the college hoops today. And all these, I got all these myself too on the site. I got 5 on the site. You got 3 of them right here. Enjoy. NBA 8 and 7. Here we go. Again, free plays. I didn't get to the window on these guys. I am 5 and 8 betting NBA this year. You're going to turn on shows and people are going to be 90%. I'm 5 and 8. Obviously, I'm not a huge lover of the MNBA, but I'm going to try to find a little money. I told you the Jazz last night. I should have put them here in the chat. I said that, and I was like, if I had the space, I probably would have added it. Well, I didn't, and of course it won. That's how it always works. Orlando Magic +3. Brooklyn Nets, I almost said New Jersey, +4.5. The Suns, that's a money line play. They're not getting 105 points. That would be a record. Would probably shatter the 100 that the Hawks are getting. Those are money line plays. Atlanta Hawks, Phoenix Suns, Nets, and the Magic today in the association. NFL action, it hasn't moved since we put it up here. Rams over 46.5, Bills under 51.5, Chargers under 46.5. 22-16 now in the Bulls with a loser last night on that under. Again, it was a 3-0 in the first quarter. That game goes over. That's baseball, Susan. That's Oregon under 46.5 tonight. There you go. There you have it. There you have it. Your Friday full of action. Because honestly, in 2 hours, I gotta start looking at how many basketball games on Sunday or on Saturday for college hoops. Although I'm not going to have a million plays. I hope not. Michael B's quacking it up with the Ducks. I love your trend of a team that lost regular season. Now ain't no ATS in the playoffs. We got reverse line movement. Yeah. That was in bowls. If we go to the playoffs, it is 4-0. It's Alabama. I did a couple free picks on this. It's Alabama over Georgia, Georgia over Alabama, Clemson over Notre Dame, and Ohio State over Oregon. In playoff format, playoffs. So that 8-0 is just straight up bowls. Or now 9-0 or whatever it is. Explain Toledo, Miami, Ohio basketball. Yeah, I saw someone was talking about the kid on Toledo might play. This is why it might be where it's at because he's questionable. I don't know. I would be on Miami, Ohio here at a point. Again, this is games like this in college basketball in February. Hey, you take the home team here. January 9th, how many kids are on campus? Could be a big crowd tonight. And I'm with you on liking the Toledo squad. But I don't know. The line. Give me Miami O. Actually, you know what? Again, if I got to think about this much about it, I can't give you a fair thought on it. It's a tough game. I mean, Miami, Ohio, obviously the better team. Jesse Shuley, swear he hasn't been drinking, but Justin Herbert is better than Drake May. You heard it here first. Drake May making his first playoff start. Justin Herbert, his third playoff start, Jesse. 0-2 in those games. 0-2. Not going to be Rockets first quarter, Bucks first quarter, Kings first quarter. Rockets, great road first quarter team. Bucks, great road first quarter team. Lakers and Warriors are two worst at home first quarter. Slow starters for the old guys. Michael B with his anytime tutty. Cashed yesterday with the 310, right? Malik Benson plus 240. Gary says Niagara's terrible. Let's go. Plus the 10 points, baby. Love taking teams ranked in the 350s. Most kids back right now? All right. I guess it is the first week. Maybe they're back. But Gary, you were here last year, Gary. We did well in basketball last year, and it wasn't because we were taking teams that are ranked number 3. It's because we were taking teams that are ranked in the 350s. We like to roll deep. We'll go deep. I probably could have made a move for Canisius here as well. I might have to add some Canisius. I think I will be adding Canisius for myself. Plus a 7 is out there on the Kanish. There you go. That calendar turns mid-January, February. Smaller conferences nobody loves. I will be there hugging them like lost children. The prodigal son returns. We'll take these bad teams left and right, and I got a bunch of them today. Sometimes you gotta do the old hold your nose play. And speaking of hold your noses, that's my guy Mark Lawrence likes to say that. I'll be with Mark later on this afternoon. With the football live with Matt Fargo doing wild card weekend. Probably brush on tonight's college game as well. But I will tweet that out on the X if you want to talk some more football related stuff. That'll be at 1:30 Eastern time. 1:30 Eastern. A lot of NBA for a guy that claims it's the no betting league. Well, again, as I said earlier, free picks here. We are 8-7 with them. I'm 5-8 betting them. Didn't use these. These are not premium plays for the NBA. No. This is me looking at the board this morning. I'm like, you know what? I see a lot of public teams here laying ridiculously short numbers. I think I'll be all right. Groovy Alien likes my college hoops. There we go, Gary. See, you got the Groovy Aliens down with me. I think the Chargers are the play. I don't think the Patriots have the pass rush to take advantage of the Chargers' weak offensive line and the stuff going on with Diggs. Yeah, the Diggs stuff is definitely what would we call that? Some the off-field questions that the players got to answer, the press and all that nonsense. For sure. But also, I mean, the Patriots, first-year quarterbacks, him, Caleb, who's the other young guy in the play? Bryce Young, 20-39-1 straight up versus guys who have a start. Now, I don't run to be like, oh, they got to take something because of some kind of trend. But and I've said it in here, you're still a young quarterback. It's different. We can say whatever we want. They're pros. This is a great season, this and that. It's just a different game in the playoffs. And Herbert's got 2 starts. Not like he's, some guy with like 40 starts under his belt or some crap. A dozen starts. I just think younger quarterbacks can be more susceptible to kind of making mistakes. Like, again, I'm not going to be running to bet Bo Nix as well. I think the defense for the Chargers more like is a bend don't break group. Yeah, May might score here. I like May for an anytime tutty. I'm gonna put some stuff out here tomorrow for props. I got them in the chat. I don't know how crazy they're gonna move since I posted them the other day on a show with Doug and Alex Smart. We're doing some football for the weekend, but you can't get past the fact, and Jesse's got it in here as well, 32nd ranked strength of schedule. Who are the good teams they beat? You beat the Bills once. They spotted you 21 and came back and beat you. I mean, what else we have here? Miami? Who'd you beat? You beat Carolina? You beat Tampa Bay, a couple of under 500 teams. Tampa's in the playoffs. Excuse me, Carolina's in the playoffs. They lost their last 2 games. They backed in because Atlanta won. Chargers are different under Harbaugh. That's that. I'm not gonna be like the Suns' first quarter. Knicks are the worst road first quarter team of 5-12 ATS, 2-8 their last 10 ATS. It's a pick 'em. Always want points in the first quarter unless I'm really confident. Well, I mean, you know what? But in this spot, you're a home dog. Points are nice, but do you really need them here? I think you're safe. I'm loading up. If you're a YouTuber on a Sean Higgs there, I put out some college hoops there, and I'm loading up my little NFL there for you. Last 10 games, 9-1 lost the only playoff team they faced in those 10 games. Right? I mean, you lost to Pittsburgh, and you should have beat Pittsburgh, but you couldn't score against them. You turned the ball over. They're a playoff team. I like the fact that Pittsburgh at least beat some teams. I think they're better than Carolina. Pitt's not losing at home 40-9. We know that ain't happening. And again, the Drake May love, could it be regular season MVP? Sure. That's fine. But it doesn't mean he's going to come into the playoffs and throw 3 touchdown passes today. Pat Stuffy had a cupcake schedule. I'm not high on the Broncos either. At least they have some notable wins. What's their notable win? That crazy game in Philly? I mean, honestly, when we look at the Patriots, lost to the Steelers. Again, 42-13 Panthers not impressed. 23-20 over the Bills. Then you lost the second game Bills. You beat the Saints, the Titans, the Browns, the Falcons, the Bengals, the Jets, the Bucks, the Giants. You lost to the Bills every time. You beat the Ravens. You were down. You were down in that game when Lamar was in there, right? We had a quarterback change, a late win there. Jets and the Dolphins. I'm not overly impressed. And when it comes to football, you get a little bit more of the old proverbial pressure comes out. You know, don't make a mistake. Things can go wrong. And the Bronco team, where there was you edged the Titans in week 1, 20-12. You needed a late score there. Lost to the Colts. Okay, maybe you should have beat the Colts there. Bad call. Lost to the Chargers. Beat the Bengals, a backup quarterback. You beat the Eagles on a crazy comeback. Jets, the Giants. I mean, that should have been a loss. You beat Dallas. I guess that's a good win. Dallas had, 6 wins this year? I mean, okay. The Texans game, 18-15. You needed to come back against Davis Mills. Okay. I mean, Raiders, 10-7. You beat the Chiefs. Well, where are the Chiefs? Beat Washington, you beat the Raiders. Packer win? We'll give you the Packer 34-26 win. That's a nice win at home. You lost to the Jags at home. You beat the Chiefs. And you beat the Chargers when they benched their quarterback, 19-13. Did you look really great, 19-13 versus that team? We're impressed with Denver? Yeah, lost to Buffalo. I mean, I just went through the schedule for both of them, Broncos and the Patriots. Broncos beat the Chiefs today, all right. How good are the Chiefs? They didn't beat the Chargers on the road. They lost to the Chargers. So you beat the Chiefs, who won 5 games this year. Okay, that's a good win, beating a 5-win team. I mean, can we say the Chiefs are bad this year? They went 6-11. The Colts game. The Chargers, they lost. The Philly comeback. You beat the Texans with a backup quarterback, 15-13. How about 10-7 versus the Raiders, 13-11 versus the Jets, 20-12 versus the Titans? How about the Jags rolling right over you? Oh, come on, Michael. Their notable win is beating a Philly team that played down everybody this year. That's not a notable win. Beating Davis Mills by 3 on a last-second field goal. All right, I guess you scored 18 points. Let's see how that plays out next week when they're playing the Texans. Got on Green 2 threes at Embiid Sixers 20-point parlay. Draymond Green 2 threes. AJ Green. All right, yeah, it just says Green. I don't know who that is. Could have been AC Green. I don't know if he's still playing. All righty. Broncos fans, Patriots fans, your team stink. They're one and done. College basketball today. IUPUI +8.5. Rider +8. Niagara -10. I also told you I grabbed Canisius. I did during the show here. So we got the Canisius. NBA 8-7. We're plus $40 here in the video. I didn't bet these games for the NBA. Being honest with you, I bet 13 games. I'm 5-8. These stuck out with me. I'll keep track of these now. You know, I'm Jazz. Yesterday, I'm starting to look a little bit more into NBA action with the NFL and college football basically ending. So I'll be looking at more NBA kind of stuff. Jazz yesterday. All right, that was the win, but that's yesterday. Today, I like some of these. Again, you see my college basketball dogs. You know, I'm going to be taking some dogs here. The Magic +3, the Nets +4.5, the Suns plus 105. That is a money line play, and the money line play on the Hawks, even money there. NFL again for the weekend. Rams over 46.5, Bills under 51.5, Chargers under 46.5. Bowl game tonight. We got the under here in the Oregon-Indiana game, 46.5. There you have it. That's your Friday play. I'll tweet out football live. You want to talk some more? That'll be in an hour. So hope to see you there. Back tomorrow with midday money, recapping the bowl game tonight. Should be interesting. All right. I think the winner probably has the inside spot at the top spot in the draft. But I'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for watching the show. Bye-bye.